It began as an ordinary school day, and it was almost over when gunfire erupted this afternoon.
Another community is in disbelief, shocked by devastating violence, this time at that Florida high school on Valentine's Day.
I know your best friend was shot right next to you.
Yeah.
Do you know how she's doing?
Yeah.
Have you been able to hear what happened to her?
Yeah, unfortunately, she didn't make it.
So today was the national walkout to remember the 17 victims of the school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Clackamas High School very enthusiastically participated. There were about 200 students out there. Each one of them was super respectful, showed a lot of support, and it turned out exactly how we wanted it to.
The silence was not violated the entire time. I mean, we thought for sure when we did a little bio for every student, all 17, and had a minute of silence for each of them, that people would leave, but not a single person did. And honestly, we couldn't have expected it to turn out any better than it did.
Thank you all across the nation for participating, and I hope from now on we can take even bigger strides to solve the injustices of our world.
We gather here today for two reasons. Chiefly, we gather to remember and celebrate the lives lost 1 month ago today to the massacre at Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida. We are also here to make the statement that we will not bide our time and calmly wait for the next of these tragedies to occur. We stand here in defiance of the status quo, in defiance of the state of our world, which dictates that children no older than you or me may be taken from their families, stolen from their communities, and deprived of the lives that they had only just begun. Such tremendous loss on such a consistent basis is an offense to the very nature of humanity. We cannot afford to be blissfully ignorant of the continuous toll on human life. I now ask that we take a moment of silence, dedicating 1 minute to each of the 17 victims of last month's tragedy.
Alyssa Aldahev. Alyssa was 14 years old. She was captain of her soccer team and volunteered at homeless shelters. Her mother would like her to be remembered as a beautiful, smart, talented, and kind young woman.
Scott Beagle. Mr. Beagle was a geography teacher and cross-country coach. He was shot outside of his classroom while trying to protect his students inside. He was a friend and a hero, and unfortunately lost his life at age 35. Martin Duque Anguiano. Martin was 14 years old. His older brother describes him as sometimes quiet, but otherwise outgoing and funny. He was sweet and caring, and most of all, a baby brother.
Nicholas Loret. Nicholas was a 17-year-old senior who had just committed to the University of Indianapolis for swimming. He would have been a freshman there next year, and dreamed of someday making the U.S. Olympic swim team.
Peter Wang. Peter was 15 years old. He was a member of the ROTC and was last seen wearing his uniform before he was shot, holding the door to let his fellow classmates escape to safety. He is described as having been the big brother everyone wished they had.
We went to the walkout to support gun legislation and having background checks and common sense gun laws that will protect our schools from mentally ill, mentally unstable, or just hateful people.
I think the walkout was really powerful, and it brought our school together to pay their respects in silence, and I thought that was really cool and an example of how we're going to move forward.
I feel the walkout was important because not only does it raise awareness, but it shows the students in Florida who are fighting so hard for what they believe in, who have gone through this traumatic experience, that we're all supporting them, that we're all here for them, and we'll support what they have to say, and that their voices have power, and it's not useless. They're not just gonna, we're not just gonna let them be put down to the point where they have to give up. We're gonna support them, we're gonna be there for them. And I think it's important that we all stand and use our voices as well, because even though it didn't directly affect us, it could. And that day it was Florida, but the next day it could be anywhere around the country, it could be any state, and it could be any of us.
So this morning we had the walkout, and the kids did a really great job. They exercised their right by protesting and making a statement, which I think is great. The incident in Florida, tragic, with 17 people that had lost their lives that day. It's kind of hard, especially as an SRO, knowing that we are to protect our students. My students here are, in my opinion, very well protected. That we will make sure that nothing happens to them. We will do our best to keep them as safe as possible. Like I said, I'm proud of my students for going out and exercising their right, going out and doing their thing for the 17 minutes. Very proud of them.